Welcome back to the Talk News YouTube channel. My name is Makinde, and this is the live trip to the 26th FIFA World Cup. Today is Group C: Brazil, Morocco, Haiti, and Scotland. Today, Brazil and Morocco is the first, of course, the giants, 6th versus 7th in the world, the biggest game in round one. And at the MetLife Stadium, it was this tournament, we call it the New York / New Jersey Stadium, and we have some atmosphere. The MetLife 82,000, 85,000 ish is being filled up with Brazil fans. So let's see how they say. And against the Atlas Lions of Morocco, of course, who are allegedly the champions of Africa. Oh, they won the AFCON against Senegal, although it's question marks around that tournament, you would say. Of course, Morocco with the host nation, and they're also the host nation of, or it's one of the co-hosts of the 2030 FIFA World Cup. Today, they have their game against Morocco, the Atlas Lions. So let me just take you through how it's all going to unfold, or let's take you through some match analysis. Just give me a second here. 24 years since Brazil won the World Cup. And before that, go through the match analysis as the players come out, of course, come out for the national anthems, and then the game will start before that. But let's just go through some things that we have for you today. Match analysis. And of course, we have 5 games that have been played. And of course, let's go to our opening game where billions and billions around the world were watching that one, of course, from your different channels and different sports organizations. And it was one to remember. It was a shocking one. We had 3 red cards in the opening game for the first time ever that's ever happened in World Cup history. At the Estadio Azteca, full time there, Mexico 2, South Africa 0. And pardon me for it's in Group B. That's a mistake there. It's Group A. And at the Estadio Azteca, we saw a goal for Quinones thanks to a Mexican press. Lira won the ball back and passed it to Quinones, who is the top goal scorer, or who was the top goal scorer in this past Saudi Pro League season, above Cristiano Ronaldo and Ivan Toney. He's sorted it in through Runway Williams' legs, and of course, he scored for 1. And the second goal, Raul Jimenez, a 35-year-old striker, who is now a Wolverhampton Wanderers player, he scored there to make it 2-0. But 3 red cards for Svan, and I believe it was for Citole, and Cesar Montes was sent off for the Moroccans, the Mexicans. And it was, I'll say one to remember, and it was absolutely beautiful. And also, we also have our opening ceremony that day. We had Shakira and Burna Boy perform Die Die, of course, which means come on in Italian. Moving on to the next host nation, we have Canada, of course, in Toronto at the BMO Field, of course, Toronto, the Toronto Stadium, we say, of course, for this tournament. And it was 1-1 there. I mean, Bosnia, such a fantastic defensive side. I mean, they stayed strong and they stayed truthful, and they scored the opening goal thanks to a set piece. And then it was around football from then on in. And although Canada pushed and pushed and pushed, but eventually in the second half, Laren scored for Canada to make it 1-1. And he nearly won it for Canada in the 90th, but of course in the 96th minute in stoppage time. And again, I'd say one to remember. But oh wow, another nation in the United States of America, 4-1 the scoreline there at the SoFi Stadium. I mean, no one expected this scoreline. The United States scored, of course, thanks to an own goal a few minutes in. Then Folarin Balogun scored 2 goals before the break. The second goal by Balogun was absolutely fantastic. Into the top left-hand corner, past the keeper, and he had no chance. At halftime, it was US 3, Paraguay 0. In the second half, Paraguay scored 1, but Giovanni Reina scored the fourth for United States of America, of course, thanks to a fantastic Trivella, and they were victorious. On the other game in Group A, at the Guadalajara Stadium in Mexico, Korea won by 2-1 against Czechia. Czechia scored first thanks to a set piece. Then scored again from the set piece. I mean, this Arsenal FC, you say, but Son Heung-min side got it done, and they came back, and they do deserve it. You say they have clear-cut chances, and they play better football than Czechia, and they won by 2-1. And of course, the big occasion today at the MetLife Stadium, or as we say in this FIFA World Cup, we say the New York/New Jersey Stadium there, of course, in New York. We have Brazil versus Mexico, 6th versus 7th in the FIFA World Rankings. And the players are in the tunnel today, ready to showcase their skills and fight for their nations. So this is the first of 99 games to be played. Of course, 36 days from now, a country will have the honors to lift that golden trophy of old, the FIFA World Cup. This year's edition, 2026. We have 3 host nations for the first time in the tournament's history: Mexico, Canada, and the United States of America. And so far, so good. The vibes have been hitting. Yesterday night, of course, on the streets of New York, Brazil, they went absolutely crazy with of course, the entrance into the city. We also have the New York Knights. Of course, if they win today, they will be champions, I believe, for the first time in 50 years. So just imagine Brazil and the Knights win, how the streets of New York will be like this evening. And there is Carlo Ancelotti and Mohamed, of course, the new coach. He was the coach that wanted the World Cup, the under-20 for the under-23, and he has been promoted into the spot of head coach for the Moroccans during this tournament. And of course, we just had a game that concluded. We had Qatar versus Switzerland at the Levi Stadium a few moments ago. That one finished by a goal, 1-1, and 1-0, they say. And Switzerland scored first thanks to a penalty from Mbeumo in the 70th minute. But the stoppage time, I believe, was in the 5th minute of stoppage time in the second half. A few moments from the ball being ended there, Qatar got their second goal in their history of the FIFA World Cup, and they got their first ever point for the nation. Qatar were our hosts the last time now. And thank you for joining us this evening, good afternoon, good day, good morning from you watching around the world. This is the coverage of Brazil versus Morocco, and of course we have the lineups for you. Let me just get that on your screen on the long form live stream. Of course, let's go through the lineups before the national anthems go through. We can confirm to you that Neymar is not available for the one today, although he is in the stadium, but he will not feature. He's not even in the squad selected. Of course, 26 man. He's not 25 because Neymar is not. Of course, he has a calf injury. He's carrying a calf injury, but we expect him to be back for the second game. Of course, then he should be back. So Carlo Ancelotti, of course, is a non-Brazilian manager, the first non-Brazilian manager at the helm at Seleção, and he starts Alisson in goal. The back four includes Santos, Gabriel, Marquinhos, and Ibanez. It's a 4-2-3-1 formation. The two midfield pivot, of course, include Guimarães and Casemiro. Of course, that's a Premier League link up there. Lucas Paquetá, who him and West Ham got relegated in the last Premier League season to the Championship. He starts as the central attacking midfielder. On the left-hand side, you can see Vinicius Junior, of course, the Real Madrid elite winger. And for Barcelona, you can see Rafinha, and the Brentford striker, who is the first Brazilian to score over 20 goals in the Premier League. Igor Thiago starts today's game. Substitutes include Ederson, Everton, of course, the two backup goalkeepers, Bremer, Pereira, Danilo, Alexis Sanchez. Ederson, of course, who is not a Manchester United player who signed from Atalanta. Fabinho, Endrick, Luis Enrique, Ryan of Bournemouth, Gabriel Martinelli of Arsenal. Cunha is on the bench, shockingly. That's a shocking one. And then Wesley Of course, we said that Neymar Jr. is injured and out for this one. Now for the Moroccan starting lineup, of course, Mohamed Unabi, he starts Bruno in goal. It's a 4-2-3-1 lineup picked by the manager. Masarawi starts at left back. He had a deal of the two centre backs. Hakimi at right back, of course, who is a Champions League winner, a two-time Champions League winner for Paris Saint-Germain. El Anoui and Wadi are the two in the pivot. Unahi starts as the cam today. El Canoes on the left-hand side, Brahim Diaz on the right, and Sabari starts as a striker. The substitutes, of course, includes a complete lineup here. El Chikui and Saknauti are the two backup goalkeepers, and then the remaining players include Anodi, Zidane, Halal, Salahdin, Belamari, Amrabat, Murabet, Talbi, Chesmin Talbi of Sunderland, Spy, Rahimi, El Kabi, Yassin, and Ma'urini Edge Guyab starts for them. And so my friends says, you know what? Hi. And of course, that's Sassanado for Morocco. And yes, we're done with that for now. But just 17 straight days of FIFA World Cup coverage. Of course, we know Morocco 2, South Africa 0, Korea Republic 2, Czechia 1, Canada 1, Bosnia and Herzegovina 1, the USA 4, Paraguay 1, Qatar 1, Switzerland 1, and now we have Brazil versus Morocco, Haiti versus Scotland, Australia versus Turkey for the rest of the evening, and for everyone watching around the world, it might be morning or afternoon. I don't know. I'm not sure. Of course, it's your time zone, so get that fixed in your time zone. Of course, tomorrow, the 14th of June, you'll see Germany versus Croatia, the Netherlands versus Japan, Cote d'Ivoire versus Ecuador, Sweden versus Tunisia. Next day, we have Spain versus Cape Verde. We have Belgium versus Egypt, Saudi Arabia versus Uruguay, Iran, believe, versus is Iran or Iraq versus New Zealand. And then the next day, we have France versus Senegal. Of course, we go live for that one. Iraq versus Norway, the defending champions Argentina versus Algeria, and Austria versus Jordan. Then we see Ronaldo and Portugal face DR Congo, England versus Croatia, Ghana versus Panama, and Uzbekistan versus Colombia. So that is the lineup for you from round one of today's games. And again, dreams, drama, destiny. That is our motto for this year's FIFA World Cup. And yeah, one to remember. So let's just quickly go through the preview for you. Brazil are unbeaten in 20 World Cup openers. Of course, they have the most World Cup appearances to 23. The only nation to have 23 World Cup appearances, and actually Brazil are unbeaten in 20 World Cup openers, a run stretching back to 1934. Carlos Ancelotti is the first non-Brazilian to manage the Seleção at the FIFA World Cup. Brazil have topped their first round group at every World Cup since 1982. Brazil are making their 23rd World Cup appearance, but having won the trophy since 2002. Morocco beat Brazil 2-1 in their most recent meeting in March 2023. Morocco are at an all-time high FIFA ranking of 8th. Actually, correction, is now 7th. They moved up one spot. Because that's the update. First African nation to reach a World Cup semi-final after an historic run, or the historic run, in the 2022 FIFA World Cup. Nusayr Masraoui and Essa Zuli both picked up injuries in the final friendly against Norway, but we can tell you that Masraoui will start. Our referee today is Vlaško Vincic, or from Slovenia, and our referee is from Switzerland. We can tell you that. Our referee is actually from Germany, Bastien Danker, and assistant Willy Delage from France. So the teams again, we're just going through the teams for you. We have the Brazilian starting lineup. Alisson is in goal. Douglas Santos, of course, Gabriel, Marquinhos, Roher, Ibanez, Bruno Guimaraes, Casemiro, Vinicius Junior, Lucas Paquetá, Rafinha and Igor Thiago start for the Brazilians tonight. And the substitutes include Edison, Liverton, Bremer, Pereira, Danilo, Alexandro, Edison, who's now a Manchester United player, Fabinho, Hendrick, Luis Enrique, Ryan, Martinelli, Cunha, Wesley. Neymar, no Neymar today for Brazil. So Yasin Bonu starts in goal, Nusi Mazarawi, Chadi Riali, Sadio Ashraf Hakimi starts at the back four, Neo Elanui, and Ayub Budai starts as the two in pivot, as it did Unahi, Bihar Ekunus, Brahim Diaz, and Ismail Saibari start. And of course, on the bench for Morocco, we see the Salah Amrabat and Tesbin Tab, also El Kabi and Yassin on the bench for them today. The huge one, the MetLife Stadium is packed to capacity. As you can tell, you on the screen, what a day it is today. The biggest game, I would say, in terms of FIFA ranking, 6th versus 7th today in round one. So as the main song for the FIFA World Cup plays, Die Die by Shakira and Burna Boy, the players walk towards the center circle and about to kick things off for you. And what a day this will be, and we hope it will be one to remember. About to kick off. And we kick off. Morocco kicking from right to left, kicking the ball and starting play just like Paris do. Pushing the ball to the opposition's half and applying pressure. But Brazil starts strong and starts fast, and we start play. Knus, Wadi. Game has begun. 30 seconds into Brazil versus Morocco. The MetLife. Addison. This is the venue in which the 2025 FIFA World Cup final took place. Paquetá. Moraes to Gabriel. Well, that's surely a foul on Brahim Diaz. Free kick to Morocco. Sixth versus seventh in the world. This.
Challenge Santos. Yeah, because that right hand side for Morocco with Hakimi getting forward, linking up with Brahim Diaz. That should be a strength of theirs.
Unahi. Knus. The ball went out of play there. Carlo Ancelotti, of course, the Brazilian coach today. The first non-Brazilian, of course, he's an Italian. Italy are not at the World Cup this time.
The coach of the nation.
Knus. Foul. Knus. By Ibanez. Free kick to Morocco. So, first few minutes in here, it is Brazil 0, Morocco 0, the MetLife. Few away for our first chance of the game. This is the 4th minute. Ball in and over and away with Thiago. Clears. Diop. Ashraf Hakimi. Ready.
Second youngest Moroccan ever to appear at the World Cup.
El Canoes. It's a Diop. Brahim Diaz. Of course, who is a Real Madrid player. And Zarawi. Akita. But that's good defending. El Canoes back to Bruno. Morocco go long that time.
Diaz, Kima. Kimi. Diaz. Hakimi. Brahim Diaz. Sorts away. Really confident start, isn't it, from this team? Fans be nervous, new to the job.
So Mohamed Ouhabi, the coach for Morocco today.
To succeed the guy who into the semi-final Qatar, the Cup champions of Africa. This calendar year. Here's Azraoui. He's got around this man.
And Chelsea from Morocco! Cut off the line there by Gabriel. Nearly there. Close, very close, awfully close.
Strike into a posse of players and Gabriel throwing a lid at him. Well, he's looking a little nervous in these opening minutes.
He's shaky. Elanui, cleared off the line by Gabriel, away by Guimaraes. Hakimi with a good ball to El Canoes, who strikes and is blocked again. And Guimaraes, Samiro, Diop went it back. Here is Brahim Diaz. And you're giving him options on the right hand side. Good fight, good start from Morocco. Hakimi wide.
Just in front of that Brazil back four, in which to work. They're all getting a touch of the ball, they're all being given belief they can make a connection with Brazil defence. Marquinhos asking some questions of his teammates.
Thiago. Akita. Advantage played by the referee. But then Guimaraes gives it away. Saibari. Yes, Saibari again. Diop. Riyadh. Hussein Mazarawi. Elanui. Gives it away. And this is Igor Thiago. Waiting options here. Thiago. Afinia. Afinia remains on the left hand side. And Vinny Jr. on the right. But they've switched back here. Marquinhos. Gabriel, the first time Brazil having possession, the ball. Casemiro, Moraes. Try Messi in midfield so far today. Ibanez. Samiro. Rafinha strikes, his blocks by Diop. Zarawi. Buhadi. Kudus away from Ibanez. This is Buhadi again. He has Barry on his left. Brilliant there. Kudus. Diaz blocked again by Gabriel. And then collision between Kimi and Gabriel. Gabriel went down and free kick to Brazil. Still 0-0 after 9 minutes of play at the MetLife Stadium between Morocco and Brazil, 6th and 7th in the world, and they lead. They lead by a place. Brazil 6th versus 7th, and so far so good. 10 minutes in, still 0-0.
Coincidence and interest that actually the two
Gabriel, who's fouled, will start play and finds Marquinhos. Of course, both who featured in the UEFA Champions League final on the 30th of May this year, a few days ago, are now teammates for their country. Because Paris won that one by penalties. Okanus wins it back from Paquetá. Okanus. Still. And he goes down there, no penalty. Then free kick given away by Morocco. Edenui on Casemiro, but that was a giveaway by Paquetá. Loose touch. And Morocco not polishing them. Unahi tries to get past 4 Brazilian players. Went down too easily, this the referees thought. Gabriel. Allison. Marquinhos. Oh, it's ripped it away. There it is. Saibari. He strikes his blocks. Unahi to El Kanous. Azarawi. Unahi. Buhadi. Diop. Ashraf Hakimi. Just give me a moment here.
Take advantage, Stuart. It smells like this when you.
Okay, I'm back. Elinai, El Kanous, Nazraoui. Give us that Barry off Marquinhos. And Paquetá, foul by Elinui on Bruno Guimaraes. I mean, so far so good. So many into the game. Brazil made so many errors in their half, trying to play from the back. And at least 5 times now, Morocco won the ball back convincingly, and they should be the lead. Take their chances, at least when you're on top. Gabriel, Marquinhos. Back to Gabriel. Also going to go live for England, Croatia, Portugal, DRC, France, Senegal, Spain, Cape Verde, Belgium, Egypt from round 1. So far, so good. Match stats, 12 minutes in. Brazil have only an attempt at goal. Brazil have 6, but there's still no shots on target. Nearly reaching 30 minutes in. Gabriel, Marquinhos, Paquetá, and Rafinha kept it and finds Vinny Jr. against Hakimi. Oh, it goes Thiago! And away by Mazarawi. First real attacking for Brazil. First real dial into the final third of the Moroccans.
Second, third, fourth
And
touch.
Junior did well against Ashraf Hakimi. Got the ball in just too high for Igor Thiago. Any clean contact on that, that's 1-0 to Brazil.
That is a golden opportunity.
That's a chance and a half. Morocco now. Can this be the moment where Brazil wake up?
Brazil have had the golden chance.
Alisson. Marquinhos. That's to Alisson.
Opening to the game, it was Vinicius Junior who made it happen.
Alisson. He will go along, Alisson. And flicks it on there. If you're looking for Vinicius Junior. Brazil now making their mark in the game. Who do you think will win, Brazil or Morocco? Drop your opinions and thoughts in the comments. And also your scoreline. Guimaraes. Gabriel. Santos. Gabriel. To Alisson. 0-0 after 15 minutes here at the MetLife Stadium, New York or New Jersey. New York/New Jersey. And Brazil had the golden chance because Thiago could get his head on the Vinicius Junior cross, but Brazil had given the ball away countless times in the opening 12 minutes or so, and they should be punished. But I think if not for a clearance of the line by Gabriel, Morocco should be in the lead too. That's been close. Ronaldo and Diego Carlos watching on. Of course, legends of the game. Ibanez up to Marquinhos. On to Gabriel.
22 of those, 7 draws. That has included a couple of penalty shootouts.
Gabriel
And of course,
Marquinhos.
the final of the African Cup of Nations, which originally they lost to Senegal, but then
Guimaraes.
they won. So they have lost the football match since doing so against Kenya
Marquinhos.
in Nairobi in August last year.
Guimaraes.
I don't think he'll try to connect, will he?
Taking it away for Saibari and Ashraf Hakimi. Again, who wins this game, Brazil or Morocco? Put your thoughts in the comment section and also your scoreline prediction. Gabriel. Gabriel. Guimaraes.
Rush.
Paquetá.
Gabriel.
Gabriel. On to Santos.
Toss.
Vini Junior.
Studio.
This is Junior.
So exactly.
Paquetá.
Paquetá.
Casemiro.
And Santos.
Ball in. Santos looking for Igor Thiago, but Bruno was fastest to it.
Between them. Encouragement now for Brazil. They get good quality into the box.
Paquetá. Nahi. Casemiro, Brazil are growing into the game here.
Very good.
Ibanez.
Defensively, Morocco didn't give much away, but get the
Real.
result together.
Finia.
Record conceding as Alan implies just 2
Mazraoui.
One in Niger in March of 2025 and one against Zambia in Agadir.
Mazraoui. Marquinhos.
Played 8, won 8,
Mazraoui.
scored 22, conceded 2.
Riyad. Unahi. Can get away. And Brazil with the ball back this time. Casemiro finds Rafinha. Rafinha looking for Vinicius Junior. What a turn! And crucially, an interception by Ashraf Hakimi, and he asks his teammates there what they did. Why were they sleeping? Killer pass from Rafinha to Vinicius Junior.
He had to kill it perfectly because he's got a couple of red shirts around him. Beginning to warm up though, aren't they, Brazil?
So the MetLife Stadium, 19 minutes in, Brazil nil, Brazil nil, Morocco nil, and majority of the fans here, Brazilians, but you still have some travelers of Morocco.
First of the game.
First corner of the game goes to Brazil as we are closer to our hydration break or cooling break. Ball in, away by Saad Barry. This is Junior Paquetá, shot blocked. Gabriel, Sandro, that's Alice. Allison,
Morocco had a
Santos,
rocky qualifying period. There was at one stage qualifying prospect that Brazil might not reach a World Cup finals. It didn't come to pass. They finished fifth in the South American group. Although Ancelotti has a lot of work to do to link morale and imprint his methods on this team.
Ibanez, Ansarawi. Diaz, Sabari, over Allison. Oh, what a goal! Absolutely outstanding. And Morocco lead. In New Jersey, Ismail Sabari. And Brazil nil, Morocco 1. At the MetLife. What a ball from Brahim Diaz through Gabriel and Marquinhos. Sabari quicker and it's flicked it over. Allison, Brazil lead. The Brazil are behind, pardon me for that. So much time to look up. What a pass. And then the finish. It's all about the finish. He had so much to do. The confidence and the chip over Allison, one of the best keepers in the world. The timing. Ismail Sabari. Brazil nil. Morocco 1. Composure. What a finish. And they lead. The audacity. It's really about the audacity for me to pull off such on this stage.
All 7 games in which he has scored in his country have ended in victory. He scored 3 times in qualifying. He's just off uplifting domestic season champion.
And so they lead Morocco by goal to nil at the MetLife. Ismail Sabari. What's a goal? What a pass by Brahim Diaz. And Carlos Ancelotti watches on. The question of what will he do now? See him behind. So the additional break now is in full effect. Something here to talk about. What a goal from Ismail Sabari. Chip, absolutely outstanding. Anyways, we'll go on a short break now. Brazil 1, Morocco 1. Brazil nil, Morocco 1. So we're back from a cooling break.
The second quarter.
We met that second quarter of the first half. And Brazil 0, Morocco 1. Morocco scored thanks to a chip over Alisson by Ismail Sabari, assisted by Brahim Diaz. What a goal that was. Direct and fast. Stands the Moroccans lead at the MetLife. Free kick to Brazil, flattened by Ashraf Hakimi. Vinicius Junior looking for Ibanez. Too much for Ibanez. So, still 1-0 to Morocco. Goal scorer Ismail Sabari in the 21st minute. Guimaraes, Unahi, Mazraoui again. Brilliant play this by Morocco. El Khanous onto Ashraf Hakimi. Another Moroccan attack here. Hakimi strikes. It's just wide. And that was nearly 2.
Again, they lose the ball in transition. Plenty of space for Morocco.
What a run that was by Hakimi.
Just about keep up here.
Anderson. Ibanez. Rafinha. Casemiro. Couldn't get away. For Melanui. Unahi. Mazraoui. On to Brahim Diaz, who turns and has Hakimi with him. Brahim Diaz. Hakimi. Diaz. Hakimi again. Unahi. Edenui. That's Guadi. And for throw for Morocco. So far, so very good for Mohamed Nabi. Diaz trying to get away from 2. Santos and Paquetá, but it was fouled. Free kick to Morocco. Pushed by Santos. Foul by Paquetá.
Slippery little player, Brahim Diaz. That's the free kick, charge of which is captain Ashraf Hakimi.
So, free kick in. And Hakimi takes. Here is Sabari. Sabari. Oh, Sabari, that's brilliant. But Diaz, Sabari again. Blocks again. Diaz again. Brahim Diaz. Shot of the ball. And outmuscled. And we should give the ball away again. This is El Khanous. Like and subscribe if you're enjoying the live stream. Of course, covering 13 of the group stage games, 13 of 64. That's 11 live streams or so in the group stage. When the schedule comes out for the knockout round, we'll tell you how many games we're going to cover. Of course, we're going to cover the final on July the 19th. So like and subscribe if you want more of this. Unahi, Brahim Diaz. Unahi again is Moroccan dominance in the opening 30 minutes now. Hakimi, Unahi, in and get away, and comes through to Hakimi, but it's over from the Moroccan.
Fly over the top. Watch this here, and they all are by one of the great American superstars in Tom Brady, 7 times.
Tom Brady watching on, stands.
There are a few cooler than him. Tell you that.
Gabriel Anderson goes long. Mazraoui. Unahi away from Rafinha. Mazraoui. Elanui to Ashraf Hakimi.
There with Diaz, he's from the middle for Morocco.
So 31 minutes in, Sabari is going to 21st minute, assisted by Brahim Diaz for the goal that was a chip over Alisson. Makes it 1-0 to the Moroccans. Although here's Vinny Jr., can he change that? Vinicius Jr. Jr. to Gamarash. Now Vinny Jr. again. Jr. Oh, what a goal! Super goal from Vinicius Jr. And it's 1-1. So, Brazil equalize. Thanks to Brazilian magic by Vinicius Jr. In the 32nd minute, he scores. And it was him against Hakimi. That's a battle to behold. Vinny won that battle that time. And then the finish. To the bottom right-hand corner, past Bono. The start. For the game, 1-1. World-class finish indeed. Just brilliant. Now it's 1-1.
On the occasion of his 50th game in the famous Brazilian colours, Vinicius Jr.
And Brazil celebrate there. Carlos Ancelotti. So getting on the bench.
Now that was Brazil as we remember them.
Always favourite scene every World Cup, or at least talked about to win it. Playing with flair, and that was flair from Vinicius Jr. The cut inside and then the finish. We've seen 2 goals of brilliance and quality, oozing talent. Qatar looking for Vinicius Jr. It's a deal of players. Unahi. Saibari. Brahim Diaz. Saibari. Hakimi. Fouled by Vinicius Jr. Free kick to Morocco. In a place where they can put the ball into the box.
Brazil have won every game in which Vinicius Jr. has scored. 8 of those. Here is the set from Morocco and Saibari. Vinicius Jr. the one-man Brazil wall. Keeping again over the 10 ball.
So, free kick taken by Ashraf Hakimi. There's the box here. And away. Canus, Brahim Diaz. Again in. And punched away by Alisson. Decisive goalkeeping by Alisson. Liverpool goalkeeper. So now we're back to Bono, who goes long for Saibari. With 4 chip all the way back to Alisson. You find Santos. Qatar. Throw to Brazil. Santos. Gabriel. Ibanez. Minutes again. That's good footwork. Back to Allison. Gabriel. Bruno Guimaraes. For Ibanez is just too much of the ball. So there's a 10 minutes now to the halftime break at the MetLife Stadium. It is Brazil 1, Morocco 1, and it's Mr. Barry in the 21st minute, which is Junior scoring brilliant goal in the 32nd minute.
But he promised they wouldn't change their principles regardless of the stellar opposition. He's been true to that, for sure. He's saying that Morocco look more comfortable in the shape than Brazil.
So Barry. Rudia. Elinui.
A little disorganised in the middle of the park.
Kimi, Diaz, and surely a foul there and a yellow card for Gabriel, we believe. Actually, that's Casemiro. And knew he was body checked there. Foul was also foul by Gabriel and Brahim Diaz, and the foul by Casemiro on it, knew it. And Casemiro looking at the card for that. Free kick to Morocco.
Brazil today. World Cup finals.
Free kick for now. Short, Kiwi, Diaz against Vinicius Junior, both teammates, and Diaz keep it in. Vinicius just egging on the crowd there. For some effort space. It's actually relatively quiet here. The ball speed 101 kilometers per hour. Of course, Vinicius Junior. Scott there watching on and celebrating his goal. Vinicius Junior. Foul Paquetá. Elinui. New card though for him. Again, who wins between Brazil and Morocco? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And of course, predict your scoreline. It stands after 39 minutes. It is Brazil 1, Morocco 1. Casemiro. Rafinha. Get away from Yusuf Mazarawi. Casemiro. Paquetá. Guimaraes, Nui, Buati, onto Kudus, Buati, Tabari wasn't ready for the pass back to him. And get who wins between Brazil and Morocco. Stands 40 minutes in. It is Brazil 1, Morocco 1. This is Junior scoring. Ismail Tabari scoring. Who scored first? Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior again. Righty, gives it away to Hugo Thiago. Ibanez. Guimaraes, Marquinhos. Ibanez. With Thiago. Give it away again. In midfield, Bruno Guimaraes retrieves possession for Brazil. Marquinhos finds Santos. 5 minutes to the break. 3 minutes will be added on at least due to the hydration break. Casemiro looking for Rafinha, and Bonu gets it first. Again, 1-1. Morocco lead thanks to, or the lead thanks to the goal scored by Spencer Berry in the 21st minute. Assisted by Brahim Diaz. Chip from Barry was beautiful. Of Allison. Then Mrs. Junior Against Ashraf Hakimi. It was a fantastic goal by Vinicius Junior. The mayor of New York in here, Mr. Zohan Mamdani, in attendance. A football fan, of course. We know from his TikTok posts. And there is Neymar watching on as a spectator. The only honourable player so far out due to calf injury. Neymar Jr. should be back for Brazil's next game. Unahi. El Canus. Canus, heavy touch. Canus does very well there as he finds Brahim Diaz. Morocco on their way. Diaz out wide to Hakimi. Options in the box here. Away by Paquetá. Hakimi. A foul by El Nui on Lucas Paquetá. Red kick to Brazil.
Conservative, cautious game. This really good watch. Not always for Ancelotti, but
Not to mention the stance has been up and down. Brazil and Morocco have dominated the play. They're going down well. We'll make mistakes, but I think Brazil's mistakes are more obvious and more frequent. Marquinhos, Ibanez. Feeding back to Ibanez. Bruno Guimaraes. Wins it from Sarawi. And then still Guimaraes against from Sarawi. Buadi away from Rafinha. Buadi bullied, but Ibanez gives away to Brahim Diaz, and then he fouls Diaz. A free kick to Morocco. A yellow card for Ibanez. The right back for Brazil tonight. Crossing across Brahim Diaz without getting the ball. Roger Ibanez getting a yellow card.
Debut actually against Bolivia, starting the competition September 2023. The start fullback really has been Brazil's principal issue leading up to this game and this tournament. The injury to Wesley in the last fullback didn't help in that regard. No, but it showed that there, in all fairness, neither fullbacks.
So sorry for that. In the short form. Chaotic there. Diaz. Casemiro. Can't get away for Casemiro second time though. Casemiro finds Guimaraes now to Rafinha. There's a foul by Buadi. No Canus. 1-1 between Brazil and Morocco in the MetLife.
So stoppage time. We know there will be at least 3 minutes because of the hydration break. That's almost 1 or 2. Good flowing game, not many stoppages.
Look again. Buadi. 4 added minutes confirmed.
4 minutes of stoppage time confirmed.
As we near the break. Hakimi, Unahi, Buadi, Unahi again, back to Buadi. Hakimi, Unahi, Hakimi, Buadi, Elinui, Buadi, Dio. Brahim Diaz. Saibari. Eliniwi. Saibari. Issa Diop. Hakimi. Diop. Riyad opens up. Diop finds keeper Bunu. Bunu goes long, but then gives it away to San. To Pakita. Santos. Pakita. 2 minutes to go. First half, stop at time. Chance here for Brazil. Pakita! Sachi Santos. What a cross there by Santos, and the that's a scorpion kick by Pakita, denied by Bunu. Good save, had to be stretched there.
Expense of this corner. 7 minutes played, 2 still to play.
Rafinha in and flicks on. No one there on the back post. To be a goal kick. 2 minutes of the 4 hours been played in stoppage time in the first half.
Disagrees with that call. That he could have thrown himself at it. Vinicius Junior with great grass into which
Vinicius Junior.
With the fullback Santos outside of it.
Has Santos with him. Vinicius Junior. Wasn't fouled by Hakimi. Ashraf Hakimi was fouled by Lucas Paquetá. Free kick to Morocco as we approach the break.
That's low on that side.
Unlock your stay for less with crab exclusive prices. Download the free Booking.com app today.
Maggi chicken flavor with onions, celery, and
Give me for that. Issue with
Eric, my game changer.
Before the world, Morocco began it like.
And so it is half time there at the MetLife Stadium. It is Brazil 1, Morocco 1. Ismail Sabari, the goal in the 21st minute, assisted by Brahim Diaz in the 21st minute. In the 32nd minute, Junior got the equalizer. Fantastic goal into the bottom right-hand corner. And the break it is Brazil 1, Morocco 1. And what a game. What a game we've had. And I will take a short break. And I'm not sure whether we're going to be back for the second half, but we will see.